Welcome back. Super excited. In this lesson, I'm going to talk about and demonstrate how to, in fact, create your own blog and then add Google AdSense to your blog as well. So you need to have, of course, some prerequisites such as have a valid Google AdSense account, and then, of course, you install the WordPress itself on your domain. Perfect. My domain is blog.claydesk.com. And I'm just going to demonstrate by creating a new theme, which I've already done. Simply imported the Color Mag theme. It's a free theme. All you need to do is just go to Appearance, Themes, and then just add new. Search for Color Mag, and you'll bring this up. Just simply click on Install. And once you install, there's a demo importer, which means that it will populate the entire theme with demo data. So I've already done that as well. So just to cut short some of the steps. So once the demo data is imported, we have a fresh installation of the Color Mag theme. So I'm going to go ahead and visit site just so you can see how easy it is to, in fact, start to edit and create our blog. So before I get started, of course, there's certain plugins that are much powerful and easier to use that I'm going to recommend. So one of the topmost plugin that I'm going to recommend while you're building your pages or your blog or your website is the Elementor. So just go to plugins, right here on your plugins, add new, and then go ahead and search for Elementor and install. And with this Elementor plugin, you will also find several additional like templates and other plugins like essential add-ons and so forth. You can browse through and practice with them as well. But the basic plugin is the page builder called the Elementor. Perfect. So let's navigate to our blog. Perfect. So this is what it looks like. This is again the demo data. Notice it has the image, it has the sort of like the advertisement here, and then your blog continues down here with sample populated images. So now we need to go ahead and start to customize it. Great. So I'm going to go ahead and click on customize. I could also edit page, by the way, and I'm going to demonstrate that a little later. But right now, just the basics of our theme. So we have our own images and so forth. So the first thing I'm going to customize. The good thing, by the way, here is that it shows up or displays just the little pencil icons you'll see here in blue. This is nice because all I can do is just simply directly navigate to these and click on these to edit at the same time. So right off the bat, I'm going to edit the logo, which is right here. It says Color Mag. I'm going to use my own logo now. So let's go ahead and go to Site Identity, and then of course remove this logo, and then select our own logo. I'm going to use the ClayDesk logo. Simply select the logo. And of course, you have to have this uploaded to your media library as well. If you don't have the logo itself, just click on Upload, and then you can select files from your computer. I already have it uploaded. I'm going to select this, click Select, and then this is going to allow me to crop my logo, and then click on Crop Image, and this is going to go ahead and insert the logo. And you can see the logo shows up here. Perfect. So I'm going to say ClayDesk blog. I could say ClayDesk e-learning blog, and so on. And options such as header only, header text only, show both, or disable. So I'm just going to leave it as header only because I like to display the image. You can, of course, change your own preferences. The site icon is simply the square icon that you can browse, and you can, of course, insert as well. So I'm going to go ahead and click on select site icon here, and you can choose any one of them. I'm going to choose this one, and this will, once you select this, it's going to, of course, give you the crop as well. So I'm going to go ahead and click on crop image, and once it's done cropping, I can then go ahead and then continue on with my editing as well. So notice it says right here, crop image. Of course, if you have your own image, you could use that as well. All right, so let's navigate to the back arrow here. So we're done with our site identity. Similarly, colors. You can change the background color here. I'm going to leave it as default. The header media, if you like to display, let's say, the image or a video, you could do so. It's going to display the image or video right below the header here. So if I need to change, the next option, of course, here is to navigate directly to the page and start to change. So I'm going to go ahead and click on edit this element, which is right, my social media icon. So I'm going to go ahead and click on edit, and it automatically on the left navigation pane takes me to the particular element. I'm going to just simply add the URL for the Facebook page for ClayDesk. Similarly, I'm going to use the Twitter. Since I have ClayDesk as the Twitter name, as the Facebook name, it's much easier. And that's a good practice too, because if you like to create your blog or website, you want to maintain all of the social media presence with the same branding. So likewise, the Instagram or the Pinterest, and of course our YouTube, perfect. So I'm just going to copy it, go back, and then paste it. Great. Similarly, you can, of course, go to your Instagram and then do the same thing as well. Perfect. So likewise, of course, I'm going to leave these two for now, Instagram and Google+. You can do the same, just so that we can move forward. And it automatically updates all of these social media links. Great. So let's go back here. Next, you can also change the image for your ad, for example. So I'm going to go ahead and click on the edit icon here. And since I don't need the image here, because I like to insert my own advertisement from Google AdSense. So I'm going to go ahead and simply remove this. In order to add the banner advertisement from AdSense, you need to click on Add a Widget here, and then click on Custom HTML, because you really would like to add the code that is being provided by Google AdSense. So I'm going to go ahead and click on Custom HTML, and then simply paste, well, not this link. I'm going to go ahead to Google AdSense, and of course, this is a prerequisite, right? So you need to have the Google AdSense, you need to have the ad created. So copy the code snippet from Google AdSense, navigate back to your custom HTML, and then simply paste it. Click on Done. So what this is going to do is going to take your script and then create the banner advertisement from Google AdSense. Perfect. See how easy it is to simply navigate and create a fresh installation of your own theme. So similarly, I'm going to go ahead and edit the home icon here. So if you need to show the home icon, that's fine. If not, just simply uncheck it. It's going to remove this. And likewise, I'm going to click to edit this menu. And this is going to be my primary menu. I can click on Edit menu directly from here, and then simply start to customize the links or the titles. For example, so if you'd like to remove the sports menu item here, simply click on the drop-down arrow and click on Remove. So this is going to remove the sports from your menu. And likewise, you can, of course, add or change directly from the theme customization. You could always go back to your plugins and then go to your menu options under Appearance, and then, of course, change the menu from there as well. Perfect. Next is the image here, which is the widget again. And I'm going to click on this to change the featured posts. So these are my blog posts that I like to display. If I like to display from the category, I could select the category. If not, I could simply show latest posts. And this is going to use my posts that I've created as latest as well. Since I do not have one, it's going to use the demo data. So I'm going to go ahead and first create my posts and then feature it. From the drop-down arrow, for example, I'm going to click on the drop-down arrow. Since I already have posts, I'm going to say e-learning. And on the right side, notice all of the blog posts show up. And these are the posts that I've created earlier. If you do not have a post created yet, then you can, of course, change these yourself. Similarly, I'm going to click on this image. And then from the latest category, number of posts display is 2. And then from latest, I'm going to say, let's say, select e-learning again. And this is going to think for a little while, and then, of course, show the current post or 2 posts, because this is essentially a slider, right? So this is going to show me the latest post, and then, of course, you notice the slider as well. Great. Similarly, I can go down and then start to add more text or customize further. I can also put another ad here. This is a 300 by 250 pixels advertisement here. So all I need to do is just click on edit this widget, and either I can change the link, or I can, of course, remove this and add a new advertisement. So for this, of course, I need to go to Google AdSense and create the responsive ad set. So if I need to choose the existing script, just remove this, click on Add a Widget, Custom HTML. We already have it copied, and click Done. And what this is going to do, of course, now is going to use the custom HTML. Perfect. So you get the idea, right? So of course, it's going to take some time before you can start building your own theme and your own blog. So on the bottom here, just going to show you a couple more things. On the footer area, very straightforward. Just click on About Us, Change. And in this instance, it gives you the title and of course some HTML where you can add your own text, you can change the image, and so forth. So I hope this helps. Just practice with this. Go ahead, create your own blog, import this theme. It's very straightforward. And then once you're done, let me know. If you have any questions, post in the discussion area, reach out. And with this, let's move to the next lesson. In order to change, let's say, the image on the footer and some text, you'll notice the HTML kind of shows you a URL, right? And how do you get your own logo instead of using the default logo? So for this, simply navigate to your media here, and then let me close this. And then from your media, select the logo that you will wish to insert. So in this instance, we are going to use ClayDesk, and then simply open this, and you'll notice the copy link here. This is the URL that you like to copy, okay? So you like to simply select the entire URL, do a Control-C or copy it. Let's close this, go back to our page. There we go. And then from within the URL, simply select this particular URL. Make sure you don't make a syntax error because this has to be within the quotations, right? So go ahead and select all the text within the quotations where it says source, and then paste your own link. So what this is going to do is going to bring your logo. Great. Similarly, you can also change the alt text because you want to make sure that you're using your own branding. And then once you're done, you can simply change the text too, along with several additional resources. And once again, it's up to you what you actually type. Great. And then once you're done with this, you can of course change the footer here. Same things. It's the same social media icons that you see on top as well. I'm going to demonstrate later on how to change your own copyright and then of course remove the theme as well. And you have to go to your appearance and then your theme editor to do so. But right now, just go ahead and then finish up with all of the standard editing that you wish to do within your blog. So I hope this makes sense. Once you're done with all of this, simply click on Publish, and this is going to go ahead and publish all of your changes to your new blog site. So once it's published, simply click on Close, and this is going to go ahead and close and get you out of the editor as well. Perfect. So your blog is looking nice, and of course with the images and changes you can click on and then add images. Since I only have standard posts, it doesn't show up a lot of the images as well. If I were to click on any one of these, for example, this is going to show the actual text for the Madrid instance. This is one of the blog posts. Great. And on the sidebar, it shows the news. And then on the bottom, some advertisements as well. Great. So it's a pretty neat looking site. And of course, we have our footer on the bottom as well. Awesome. You can disable the comments too, by the way, by going on to the settings area within your plugin. So if I were to, let's say, navigate to the tools or under settings, right? And here you can go under general settings and you can writing, reading, discussion. You can customize it as per your own requirement. So I hope this helps. Just wanted to quickly demonstrate how to import a free theme for your blog, insert it, and then start to customize it. If you have any questions, let me know. Feel free to reach out. And with this, let's move to the next lesson. Welcome back. In this short lecture, I'm going to demonstrate how to remove a footer within your WordPress theme. And since we're using the Color Mag theme for our ClayDesk blog, what you need to do is simply navigate to Appearance, and then from Appearance, just navigate to your theme editor. Now, just a word of caution, you are going to directly deal with the code itself of the theme. So just be careful, whatever you do, just make sure you copy and then save it in a text file. Just in case if you need to revert back, you can always use the original code. Perfect. So in order to remove the footer, now each theme has its own way of placing the footer. Some themes place in the footer, you navigate to the right side under footer, for example. Some of them place under INC functions PHP. So you just need to kind of fish through and find the actual footer text. So in this instance, the Color Mac theme uses the INC, and then if you expand INC, for example, ink, and then you'll find the functions.php. If you open this file, you'll get something like this. So this is the file name where all of the footer information is placed. And from within the file, what you need to do is simply navigate to the section where it says add action color Mac footer copyright. Okay, so it's a pretty large file. So you need to scroll down a bit and then find, or you can do a control F and then find the footer copyright. Once on this page, what you need to do is simply find the default value footer area, which is right here. This is the part that you're looking for. And then right after the break, right before the break, just simply highlight all of this and make sure you have the semicolon left. So you're not going to delete the semicolon because PHP code requires a semicolon after every line of code. So just highlight this part, what you see on the screen here, and hit delete on the keyboard. And that's about it. So once you've deleted this part of the code, the default footer is not going to show up. In other words, if I navigate to the main page, scroll down, you will notice it does not show up here. The only part shows up is the copyright ClayDesk blog because I've removed this and I've updated the file. So what you need to do is simply remove this part and click on update file, and that should do the trick. Go ahead, try it out, but make sure you have all the code saved just in case if you get into an error. You can always paste the original code back and update the file, and that should revert you back to all the changes. So I hope this helps. Practice with this. If you have any questions, post in the discussion area. And with this, let's move to the next lesson.